So let's talk about why the Gogeta Soul Strike link is one of the hardest ideas of a combo ever in a fighting game. And from now on, I'm going to call it Tiger Knee, though, because that's what I originally called it when I saw the footage, because I didn't know the name of the move. So I don't know why people get mad that I call it Tiger Knee. I didn't know the name of the move. It looked like a Tiger Knee. So when I originally saw the footage and you can go watch that video, I'm like, I bet he's going to put the link off of that. So I called it a Tiger Knee. Anyway, and when I want to clarify, though, and really bring home the idea, I'm not saying it's the hardest combo ever that I've done in a combo video or whatever, but I'm saying it's one of the hardest ideas ever in a fighting game of a combo because of why and how it works. And I mean that because idea in terms of it being potentially possible in real matches, right? Because I think there's a misconception about why it is hard in the first place. Also, throw out the idea of doing the backwards Tiger Knee stuff. I know I've been showing a lot of new setups for that because that actually is not hard to do. It's just a wonky combo. I just did it to be silly. So I know a lot of people are doing that and they think maybe they're awesome for doing it. And it's cool that you're doing it, but that's not the real idea of it. That's not that hard. I just did it to be silly. But anyway, so why is it so hard and why did I decide to make this video? Because I think there's something actually specifically that people don't understand why this is so hard to make work, right? Because the move, it combines a pre-planned move with a unpre-planned move, right? So first of all, to make this work, we have the regular character size differences. Okay, that happens in games, right? Then we have the idea how and why you're trying to do it, right? Something that is easy to, think about in theory, but difficult in practice. And that is basically you hit the first hit of the knee, Tiger Knee, Soul Strike, whatever you want to call it. And then when you time the second knee, you are timing it so the first 2 frames of it whiff when the opponent is horizontal. And then when the opponent's body flips vertically, then their hurt box collides with the hitbox, allowing you to link the just frame jab. And don't get mad about a just frame because a just frame is not why the combo is hard. Because just frames aren't even real just frames anymore. You can mash. I said it before, but when I first played this game, this very first year the game came out, I didn't even remember the buttons. I was just mashing. You know what I mean? Because I already looked at the game. I was like, I bet all this shit is going to work. I don't feel like really playing this game. So a lot of the combos I just mash for. That makes people mad, but a just frame is not a real just frame anymore. Just to say. So the problem is not that it requires a just frame jab. It's that it requires, with these character-specific distances and spacing, or character-specific hurt boxes, etc., it's that there are specific just frame delays, and there's no buffer period for delaying something, right? That's skillism, right? And then the main point of this video that I really want to bring home to people is, and that I think that people are not realizing about this, is the pre-planned with the unpre-planned. This is why the combo is difficult. And that is, let's look at this right here. So the first hit of the Tiger Knee. Moves in this game are generally very pre-planned, right? As you can see here, no matter what the distance, you always get the same frame advantage. Air hit, ground hit, it doesn't matter. But actually think about that for a second. And this is what I think people forget. That means that depending on when you hit the first knee, the game will automatically compensate for when you hit that knee because it always wants to give you the same frame advantage. So that means it's always going to compensate by making the guy flip at a specific point. Does that make sense? So it's going to be unnatural. So that means not only do you have the quotation marks just frame jab to link, you have the character specific hurt boxes trying to interact with it. You have the specific just frame delays when you time the second knee, but now you also have to keep in mind with that, depending on when you hit the first knee, you might not even be able to time the second knee. Because depending on when you hit that first knee, the game might not allow you to compensate for the knee, the second knee. Because they always might be flipping at a certain speed that no matter what, even if it looks like you're at a distance where it should work, you cannot hit it because you cannot hit because of that compensation of when they flip automatically because of the frame that you hit the first knee. Does that make sense? I think a good example of this might be Trunks, right? Let's look at a very easy example, right? First example, very easy. You could do this in real matches. It's not that hard, right? But if you try to do a second tiger knee here, it is nigh impossible from this because you just can't align the first hit of the knee to work correctly. You have to do so many ridiculous delays. It's not realistic, right? But if you are at this distance, but just a smidge difference, like look at this here, excuse me, this allows you to hit the knee at a specific point, the first knee, that compensates, making them flip at the exact speed you need that the second knee will whiff exactly. Yes, it's that specific. So anyway, I just wanted to show that because I think some people really forget why this combo or don't understand why the combo is hard. They'll say it's like a just frame, and it's not that. It's not even necessarily the hurt boxes. It's the pre-planned with the unpre-planned. Thinking that this only works for his Goku, I don't even know why people say that because it makes no sense. Because look at my day one combo videos for this game. I was doing it for all sorts of people. I was doing whiff tiger knees, all that kind of stuff. I was also showing that some characters you actually need to tiger knee the tiger knee because it has to hit at a specific height. So there are actually tiger knee versions of it. Go watch the very first videos. Anyway, and I also said, I always feel like the easiest way they should have fixed this is when he blasts off with that second knee, they should have just have one frame where he's blasting off where it has an extra long hitbox. The hitbox grows for just a frame. So that way it would compensate. So when the guy flips, sometimes, many times, if you don't know what you're doing, and even if you know what you're doing, especially when you're getting into character-specific things, it can whiff because the hitbox is just not big enough. So that would have been a real easy way to fix this, is to just compensate right there. After he blasts off, the third frame of when he blasts off or whatever, give it a little bit of an extra hitbox for that third frame, and that would make this more realistic versus other characters. And it would also allow some easier mid-screen stuff. So anyway, remember, if you like these videos, like, subscribe, comment, share, support the channel. I appreciate it. PayPal, Super Chat, Patreon. Suck my dick if you have big lips and you're hot and you're a girl and have daddy issues.